This set of Deadmau5 playing drum and bass has made the rounds all over the internet. I've been listening to it for about a week now, I've gathered my thoughts, and I'm ready to talk about it. So, let's grab a beer and get in the mix with Deadmau5. I don't know much about Deadmau5. I think his name is Joel Zimmerman. He's one of, if not the biggest house DJs in the world, and he's been memed to shit with that masterpiece. Of course, I know of him, but I couldn't pick out any of his songs, and I've never listened to or watched any of his live sets.
Deadmau5. All other EDM. Deadmau5. All other EDM.
Hits. I'm in way over my head.
I don't know if drum and bass is a regular thing for him, or if this is just a one-off, completely random stream. That either puts me at an advantage going into this, because I'm outside of his community, and I can judge it based on my experience with over 24 years in drum and bass, or it puts me at a disadvantage because I am in the drum and bass community, and I'm gonna have a get off my lawn mentality.
Get off my lawn.
Either way, I'm gonna try to go into this as unbiased as I can. So, let's check out old Mousy here playing drum and bass. Like I said before, I've been listening to this for about a week now, and I wanna get this out of the way right off the bat. If you take anything from this video, take this. This is not a house DJ jumping on the bandwagon and playing drum and bass. This is a DJ who's playing music that he truly loves. If you watch this set, and I highly recommend watching it as well as listening, you can see that he is fully immersed in the music. He's not trying to put on this big show. He's not jumping around like it's a big rave or festival. And of course, it's a completely different setting.
It's not the same.
It is not a big rave or festival.
It's not the same.
But he's still a performer, and he's playing to thousands of people live, and possibly millions who will watch the VOD. You know, he's head down, he's deep in the mix. He's not a mannequin though. He's moving, he's nodding his head, he's bouncing around. He smiles when Apocalypse drops. And he's even throwing around gun fingers.
Crazy son of a bitch, you did.
He is absolutely in it, and it shows. It shows with his mixing, and it shows with his track selection. For me, the energy of a set, it needs to flow up and down. You need to build tension, you need to bring it back down. Up and down, kind of like a sine wave. Ride the sine, trademark patent pending. Depending on where you start off your set in that wave, you can either bring more energy and go up, or you can bring it down. You can't just hammer people track after track after track. It'll be mentally exhausting. Tracks are made with peaks and valleys. The energy goes up and down to bring the listener on a journey. A good set also needs to bring the listener on a journey by utilizing peaks of high energy and valleys of low energy. Being the professional DJ that he is, Joel utilizes these peaks and valleys, the sine wave, to an absolute T. He starts out a bit high, but then he drops it back down, only to bring it up again and repeat the cycle over and over and over. He plays these minimal tunes like Hot Property, and then he brings it up with these high energy bangers like Work. He allows the audience to go nuts with all these huge bangers, then he gives them the opportunity to breathe with the mellow and chilled out tunes. He goes back and forth like clockwork, and he does it seamlessly through near perfect blends. In my opinion, not every mix needs to be this quick cut, and at the same time, not every mix needs to be a 32 or 64 bar blend. The right mix is dependent on the tracks being played, and Joel switches between the two styles to bring life to the overall mix and to really play off the strengths of each tracks that are being played. He'll cut in and out of tracks to let one play and then the other. He'll use echo, he'll use the roll, the roll, the roll, the roll. He'll use EQ as an effect, and he can do that by selecting the right tracks. And as far as I'm concerned, he selects mostly the right tracks. Overall, I think the track selection of this mix is top tier, but if there's one gripe I have with it as a whole, it's the two opener tracks. 24/7. And Alarm. To me, these are just absolute ear destruction, and in my opinion, absolutely kills the intro vibe of the mix, and it completely turned me off from wanting to listen to the rest of the mix. If you're like me and you don't like these angry bullfrog type of tracks, just give it a few minutes. He switches it up and he goes deep with tracks like Powers at My Command. And as I mentioned before, he utilizes this call and response of deep minimal tracks going all the way up to huge bangers. He never stays in one area for more than 2 or 3 tracks, completely push the pace and keep everything sounding fresh. In just over 45 minutes, he runs the gambit of all styles of modern drum and bass. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. Bassline Growler has that bounce, switching between distorted FM wubs and deep sub hits, and that Amen Re switch up. Killa is a deep reggae-inspired roller. It gets a little grumpy with the distorted wubs there, but it still keeps it under control and rolls nicely. And then there's Transform. Fucking A, this one is an all-out assault. Whatever you're into of modern drum and bass, Joel throws it in. I went to this mix pretty much blind of anything Deadmau5 does besides wearing a big helmet, and he doesn't want you to put an SSL compressor on an EDM kick or something like that. I was pleasantly surprised. Overall, this is an extremely solid mix. I can absolutely recommend this to anyone who likes any genre of drum and bass. My rating is absolutely a thumbs up. The vibe control is almost perfect. He rides the sine, he brings the energy up, and he drops it back down. The mixing and blending is damn good. He cuts when he needs to, he blends when he needs to, he tastefully uses effects and doesn't overdo them to distract from the overall mix. If you've made it this far, let me know what you think about the Deadmau5 drum and bass remix. Like I said before, I don't know if this is a one-off, I don't know if it's something he does regularly, or if it's an area he's kind of merging himself into. But if this is how he selects tracks and how he mixes, I think he would be more than welcome in drum and bass. However you feel about it, let's talk about it down below. Like always, you can do that YouTube algorithm stuff or whatever. Check out my all vinyl drum and bass streams on Kick and Twitch. Join the Discord. Thanks for watching. Peace.